Shakespeare's Venus and Adonis from line 600 on. The boar, quoth she, whereat a sudden pale, like lawn being spread upon the blushing rose, a subsequent cheek, she trembles at his tail, and on his neck her yoking arm she throws. She sinketh down, still hanging by his neck. He on her, by fall she on his back. Now is she in the very list of love, her champion mounted for the hot encounter. All is imaginary she doth prove. He will not manage her, although he mount her. That worse than Tantalus is her annoy, to clip a slim, to whack her joy, even as poor birds, deceived with painted grapes, do fight by the eye and pine them all. Even so she languisheth in her perhaps mishaps, as those poor birds that helpless berries saw. The warm effects which she in him finds missing, she seeks to kindle with continual kissing. The warm effects which she in him finds missing, she seeks to kindle with continuous kissing. But all in vain, good queen, it will not be. She hath said as much as may be proved, her pleading hath deserved a greater fee. She's loved, she loves, and yet she is not loved. Fie, fie, he says, you crush me, let me go. You have no reason to withhold me so. Thou hast gone, quoth she, sweet boy, ere this, but that thou toldst me thou wouldst hunt the boar. Oh, be advised, thou knowest not what it is, with javelin's point a curlish swine to gore. Those tusks never shield, he wetteth still, like to the mortal butcher bent to kill. On his bow back he hath a battle set of bristly pikes that ever threat his foes. His eyes like glowworms shine when he doth fret. His snort digs sepulchres wherever he goes. Being moved, he strikes whatever is in his way, and whom he strikes his crooked tushes sway. His brawny sides with hairy bristles armed are better proof than thy spear's point can enter. His short, thick neck cannot be easily harmed. Being ireful, on the lion he will venture. The thorny brambles and embracing bushes are fearful of him, part through whom he rushes. Alas, he not esteems that face of thine, to which love's eyes pay tributary gazes, nor thy soft hands, sweet lips, and crystal eyes. Those full perfection all the world amazes, but having the advantage wondrous dread, would root these beauties as he roots the mead. Oh, let him keep his loathsome cabin still. Beauty hath naught to do with such foul fiends. Come not within his danger by thy will. They that thrive well take counsel of their friends. When thou didst name the boar, not to disassemble, I feared thy fortune, and my joints did tremble. Didst thou not mark my face? Was it not white? Saught'st thou not signs of fear lurk in my eyes? Grow I not faint, and fell I not downright? Within my bosom, whereon thou dost lie, my body, boding heart, pants, beats, and takes no rest, but like an earthquake shakes thee on my breast. For where love reigns disturbing jealousy, doth call himself. Affections, affections. Affection's sentinel gives false alarms, suggesteth mutiny, and a peaceful hour doth cry, kill, kill. 'Tis tempering gentle love in his desire, as air and water do abate the fire. This sour informer, this bait breeding spy, this canter that eats up love's tender spring, this fairy tale, this sensuous jealousy that sometime true, new, sometime false doth bring, knocks at my heart, and whispers in my ear that if I love thee, I thy death shall fear, and more than so presenteth to mine eye the picture of an angry chafing boar, under whose sharp fangs on his back doth lie an image like thyself, all stained with gore, whose blood upon the fresh flowers being shed doth make them droop with grief and hang the head. What shall I do, seeing thee so indeed, that tremble at the imagination? The thought of it doth make my faint heart bleed, and fear doth teach it divination. I prophesy thy death, my living sorrow, if thou encounter with the boar tomorrow. But if thou needs wilt hunt, be ruled by me, uncouple at the timorous flying hare, or at the fox which lives by subtlety, or at the roe which no encounter dare. Pursue these fearful creatures over the downs, and on thy well-breathed horse keep with thy hounds. And when thou hast on foot the purblind hare, mark the poor wretch to overshoot his troubles, how he outruns the wind, and with what care he cranks and crosses with 1,000 doubles. The many mousets through which he goes are like a labyrinth to amaze his foes. Sometimes he runs among a flock of sheep, to make the cunning hounds mistake their smell, and sometime where earth-dwelling cronies keep, to stop the wild pursuers in the riel, and sometime sorteth with a herd of deer, danger visits, shifts wit, waits on fear. For there his smell with others being mingled, the hot scent sniffing hounds are driven to doubt, ceasing their clamorous cry till they have singled with much ado the cold fault cleanly out. Then do they spend their mouths echo replies, as if another chase were in the skies. By this, poor Wat, far off upon a hill, stands on his hinder legs with listening ear to hearken if his foes pursue him still. Anon thy loud alarms he doth hear, and now his grief may be compared well to one sore sick that hears the passing bell. Then shalt thou see the dew-bedabbled wrench turn and return, indenting with the way each envious briar his weary legs to scratch. Each shadow makes him stop, each murmur stay, for misery is trodden on by many, and being low, never relieved by any. Lie quietly, and hear a little more, nay, do not struggle, for thou shalt not rise to make thee hate the hunting of the boar. Unlike myself, thou hear'st me moralize, applying this to that, and so to so, for love can comment upon every woe. Lie quietly and hear a little more, nay, do not struggle, for thou shalt not rise to make thee hate the hunting of the boar. Unlike myself, Thou hear'st me moralize, applying this to that, and so to so, for love can comment upon every woe. Where did I leave? No matter where, quotes he, leave me. And then the story aptly ends. The night is spent. Why? What of that? Quotes she. I am, quoteth he, expected of my friends, and now 'tis dark, and going I shall fall. In night, quoteth she, desire sees best of all. But if thou fall, oh, then imagine this. The earth in love with thee, thy footing trips, and all is but to rob thee of a kiss. Rich praise make true men thieves, so to thy lips make modest Diam cloudy and forlorn, lest she shall steal a kiss and die forlorn. Now of this dark night I perceive the reason. Cynthia, for shame obscures her silver shine, till forging nature be condemned of treason, for stealing molds from heaven that were divine, whereupon she's framed these in high heaven's despite, to shame the sun by day and her by night, and therefore hath she bribes the destinies to cross the curious workmanship of nature, to mingle beauty with infirmities, imperfection with impure defecture, making it subject to the tyranny of mad mischances and such misery as burning fevers, agues, pale and faint, life-poisoning pestilence, and frenzies with the marrow-eating sickness, whose attaints disorder breeds by heating of the blood, surfeites, importunes grief, and damned despair swear nature's death for framing thee so fair. And not the least of all these melodies, but in 1 minute's fight, brings beauty under both favor, savor, hue, and qualities, whereat the impartial gazer late did wonder, are on the sudden wasted, thawed, and done, as mountain snow melts with the midday sun. Therefore, despite of fruitless chastity, love-lacking vestals, and love-seeking nuns, self-loving nuns, that on the earth would breed a scarcity and barren dearth of daughters and of sons. Be prodigal, the lamp that burns by night dries up his oil to lend the world his light. We're reading from line 600 to 750 of the Venus and Adonis by Shakespeare on a Monday morning poetry readings.